Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Chew&Chat. And today we are going to be having chicken express. I forgot to bring the box in here, but oh well. I got chicken tenders with gravy. I got French fries with gravy, corn on the cob. Last time I did this, I don't know if it was on this one or it was on my other channel. I wanted to do okra. I should have brought me up a plate. I'll have to put some on there. They just gave me a bag full of okra. I love it. I don't know why y'all say it's slimy. Fried okra ain't slimy. It's delicious. I know. Not hot. I stuck in microwave. I don't know. I have ketchup for them. If you I guess what we're talking about, okra. You open up some ketchup. And you get your okra. And dip it into your ketchup. Yeah. I told my son to give me a small one of these, but I think he gave me a large one. The family order. Well, it's delicious. Hot. I have a little bit of black pepper, a little bit of Sprite, bottled water. Let's finish up the Sprite. That's delicious. Here, let me take my fork off here for a thumbnail. That's really pretty. I should have heated these up. I added salt and pepper to my corn. I was like, I don't know if they had salt and pepper. It didn't look like they had anything on it. I love corn on cob. We have storms coming. I see this is Friday night. This will be coming out Wednesday if you don't. It's really good. At least y'all can see my food some. Water. My favorite water. That's really good. I'm thinking about taking this stick out of this corn. Where's my trash pile? It hurts my hand. Y'all see that? I squirted. That's the one. I don't think my kids like corn on the cob. I've been buying it fresh and making it. No one eats except me. It's like, well, I'm gonna do this video tonight. And it's like, let's order corn on the cob. And there's 4 in the box in there, and no one ate any except I got me a piece. Oh well. I'll put it in the refrigerator and we'll have it tomorrow. I'll have it tomorrow. The next couple days. French fries are ice cold. And some okra. Let me adjust that one here so you can see it. Excuse me. I need my ketchup for that. I like okra plain too, but I like it better and ketchup. And I just noticed they don't make it like my grandma. I'm gonna have to put it in for my cooking channel when it gets. I don't think it's okra season yet. It's probably getting close to okra season. I'm getting some and making okra. It's good, but it's not how we make it in the South. Well, my grandma's family came from Tennessee. It maybe come from Tennessee. This is probably how my grandma learned how to cook it from her mother. I don't know if her mother was a good cook or not. My skip generation does my grandmother was a fantastic cook. Yeah. My mother, I'd be a size 0-2 if I had to have her cook for me because she was a terrible cook. So my grandma let me start cooking when I was 3. First thing I made was sausage. But like egg sausage or something. And me and my brother. Allergy trouble. And she gave us a package of sausage, and we took half of it and we chopped it up and put it in little pans with water and whatever, and we put all kind of seasonings, all kind of crap in it. This is the first time of cooking, and I remember it was like I was an adult. It was a big deal. And my brother put all kinds of crap in his, and I don't know if I can't remember if we ate our own, tasted it, but I know we ate each other. He ate his sausages and he my sausages, and yeah. Don't have very many memories of my brother since he got killed when he was 11. His anniversary date's coming up in a couple weeks. Been having a lot of memories suddenly. Memories I've forgotten. It's coming up to be his 50th anniversary of his death. I guess I'll tell y'all the story of his death. It was 1975. We were living in Fremont, Texas. My mother was an English teacher at the high school. I was in first grade at the Catholic school. My mother couldn't afford to send both of us to the Catholic school, so my brother, the elementary school was across the street from the high school, so he went there. Bremont's a little bitty town, and me and my mother, we were ready to go for her to drop me off at school and her to go to work. And she had told my brother several times, get up, Jamie, get up, it's time to go to school, get up, get dressed. He didn't want to go. So she told him to get up, ride his bike to school. It was only, and it's a little bitty town too. It was safe back then. It was only like 6 or 7 blocks away. And so he had enough time to get dressed and ride his bike to school. And she drops me off at school. She goes to work, and she said the elementary school office sent her a note across the street to high school asking where Jamie was. Was he sick, or where was he? Why didn't he come to school that day? She thought he was in school. So when it got lunchtime, or whenever, yeah, I guess it was lunchtime, she left to go home to just check on him. And he wasn't there. And I'm going by the stories she told me and told everybody. Excuse me. And she rode up and down the streets and everything, calling his name. There was old abandoned house across the street. Well, it was on the corner of the street across from us. The kid's his age. He was 11. I'd always go in there and play. So she thought, oh, well, maybe he's over there hiding, he's playing or something. And couldn't find him over there. So lunchtime had it was about over, I think she said. She was fixing to have to go back to class, so she had to call the office, or go by and tell the office that she was going to have to be gone because she had to go find her son, because her son's missing. And so they were going to have to, you know, get a substitute or somebody to come watch her class. And so she went to the police, and they started having people go out looking for him. And and then Calvert, where I grew up at, my mother's hometown, my hometown, it's town south. One's town south, one's town. And they sent notice to the police there to keep an eye out and look for him, because see if he went to see my grandparents. And so that afternoon they get just a few hours later, they get a message that some little boy had gotten killed, or some adult or somebody, they didn't know exactly, had gotten killed between Raymond and Calvert on the railroad tracks. And so they there was I know there was a preacher. I think they sent the Methodist preacher from Calvert up to Raymond to get us. And somebody was driving, and me and my mother were sitting in the back seat with that preacher, and there was a couple of men in the front. And they took us to the Justice Peace Office in Calvert. It was on Highway 6, J.C. Woods. And they opened the back of I guess this police car, I don't know, it was trunk. You could just smell this smell of diesel fuel from the train. I'll never forget that smell. And they started pulling out stuff from trash bags. That's how we identified him. A shoe. Parts of his radio. My mother got him early for his birthday present, because his birthday was a week after, on May 1st. He got killed on April 23rd. And it was terrible. 100 and something free cars ran over him. There was nothing left of him. They picked body parts, whatever, up in trash bags. We finally figured out that he was going to go meet my grandpa. He had some pasture land with cows on it. So we thought, well, he must have been walking on the railroad tracks to cut over to where his pasture was. And there's this big trestle. That's a bridge. Trains go over. And they said the train engineer saw him several miles back. And train engineer said he was a stupid little boy, that he should have jumped into that, it was just like a little creek river thing down below with all these water moccasins and snakes and stuff. And it was like, was it 200 feet or something or whatever. And they said he was running, and the train engineer was blowing his horns for him to jump, and they said he was almost to the end of the trestle. But the train never tried to slow down. He went faster and faster and ran over him. And yeah, my mother didn't get much out of that. I think she only got like $10,000. She didn't get much out of it. And yeah, that was a terrible day. And then they took a turn. Let's bring him on Calvert. We're going south on Highway 6. And we go to the funeral home. My mother's crying and crying. And she wanted to see him so bad, and they're like, there's nothing to see. She cried. I could just hear her back there. They made me sit out there in the lobby with all that funeral home smell. Well, funeral homes don't smell like that no more. I don't know. It was like formaldehyde or something. I don't know. And so everybody came far and wide, because when a child dies tragically like that, everybody has to come see. I became an adult that day. I had to take care of my mother. She was never the same. I had to take care of bills. Whatever. If I had to take care of business on the phone, they're like, well, you need to you have your mother talk to us. My mother don't have nothing to do with this. I don't care if I am 7, 8, 9, 13 years old, whatever. I took care of everything. She just told me one day, she came in there and she just threw the checkbook and bills and everything at me. She goes, you take care of it. And I took care of everything after that. And my mother slept at the cemetery on the ground for about a week. I guess Mother Nature and God told her it was time to move on, to get on with your life, because she was out there with him, and a tornado came. It's when we had the big tornado in Calvert. And she said this big thing of what was it? metal, you know what they put on roofs and stuff, the metal, whatever, came off someone's roof or chicken coop or something. She said she had to duck it, almost took her head off. And so she got in the car and she rode around while there was a tornado. And I'm with my grandma. My grandma was yelling and screaming at me to open all the windows, because back then they believed if your windows were closed when the tornado came through, all the pressure burst your windows out. And so my grandmother was yelling and screaming at me, and she's opening windows, and I'm trying to open windows, and yeah, it's one day enough, yeah. And that's how my brother got killed. And then my mother, we moved to Waco not long after that, and she bought a hope chest, and she had it in her bedroom with that stuff that is clothes and a shoe and well, pieces of clothes, wasn't no whole clothes, it was pieces. His broken radio and whatever they picked up. She put it in there, and that smell just seeped, that diesel from that train engine just seeped all through there. And I was little anyway, 7 years old, and having to smell all that, and having, you know, relive those memories of when they opened up that trunk and all that smell, and, you know, no one ever asked me, how you doing? And I don't think people do that. I think you should ask your children and whoever, ask them how they're doing. And even after their death, how you doing? No one ever asked me how I was doing after my mother's death. And people will, if you have someone close to you too, you know, and it's true, we all get busy, but I'm still nice enough to ask people, how you doing? You know, and I like to check up on people. Just ask me, how are you doing? You know, even if you're doing fine, you're not doing fine, whatever, it's nice to have someone ask, how you doing? And today being 2 years since the day I had to bury my mother. It's better than it was last year. I just remember that day of going to the funeral home and seeing her way in front where they had the body and her being in that box. It was terrible. And it's something I'll never forget. I remember everything like that. I guess some people, kind of black things out and they don't remember bits and pieces of this and that. And I remember everything. I remember learning everything I needed to for Catholic school. All our prayers, starting to learn the Bible and all that. We'd have church, we'd have mass every morning, and I always thought, I want to do this one day. I want to be a priest. And I remember sitting in the back seat with my mother, going to go see if that was my brother had gotten killed with that preacher. I'm saying prayers to my mother. I'm reciting parts of the Bible to my mother. And the preacher was so impressed how much I knew at 7 years old. And then I told him I want to be a priest when I grow up one day. And then he tells me, you can't be a priest. I was like, why? Because you're grown. That killed me then. And then found out a few months later, my brother had gotten killed. My whole world just shattered right then. And he was like, you become a nun. I don't want to be a nun. I wanted to be a priest. I guess I could have become a preacher, but then I found out about boys. Yeah. Well, I guess you can be a preacher and be married to, didn't know nothing about that. I like boys too much. Then you get old enough and you like men too much. So, yeah. So when we went to wake home, my mother put me back in Catholic school. Then I guess by then, wasn't too much longer after that, I guess she started running out of money, but she didn't get very much. And she had to take me out of Catholic school, and she sent me to, I don't know, we were only there for a year in Waco, and I swear, I went to 3 elementary schools, and I went to Catholic school. I never got to learn and know anybody. And so, yeah. That's my hair. And so, we moved back to let me see. I do know I went to Calvert. You know, I don't think he was even a year. Well, maybe it was a year. Because I remember I went to Calvert school in 2nd grade. I went for a couple weeks. And then we moved. And then, because my mother was driving me back from Waco to Calvert. It's like 80 miles, 100 miles every day for about a week or two. And then she put me in that Catholic school, and then she took me out, and then she put me in 2 or 3 public schools. I don't know what the hell she's doing. I don't know. And I never got to learn nothing. I never got to be friends with anybody because she'd always just pull me out. Next thing you know, I'm going to another school. And then I was mostly sick the whole time I was in Waco. I kept having my stomach hurting, And my mother would take me to doctors and there's nothing wrong with her. She's something crazy up here. So my mother sends me to a psychologist, whoever. And I see him. I wouldn't even enter me in 5 minutes. And he tells me, open up my mouth. And I open up my mouth. He goes, you got an abscess. He goes, you need to see a dentist. That's what's wrong with you. That stuff's going down your stomach, making you sick. So, as soon as I don't remember if they pulled it or gave me antibiotics or whatever, I was fine. But by then we were moving back to Calvary. And I guess it was summertime, because I remember seeing some of my friends from second grade. I only saw them just for a few weeks, but I remembered them. And we'd see them up and down the street, and they were always happy to see me. And so I started third grade there. So seems like I was there longer than that. From third to sixth grade, 3 years. Man, I tell you, my best friends, my friends from elementary school. And then my mother, in sixth grade, she got her job teaching in her as an art teacher. And from 7th to 12th grade, you move up to across the town to the big high school. My mother didn't want me going up there. And so she had me going to school with her. So I entered school with her. And that's about my whole life right now. I'll tell you what, these videos are never short anymore, are they? Let me finish this little piece of chicken here. I'm not going to finish the potatoes out. They're not good for my girl's figure. And plus, I don't care about being cold. Today is my Josephine's 4th birthday. I'm fixing to go make her some eggs. So. I usually make them up a nice steak or something. Yeah, top sirloin. Something like that. Steak's too expensive. Can't afford it for myself. When I do get steak, it's going in his mouth. You know, I love my dogs, but my prices are so expensive, they're just not going to be getting that. So, alright, well, I'm gonna let y'all go. I told y'all about how my brother got killed, and yeah, I need to take my oldest son to go see my mother one day. He went to the funeral, but he never went to the burial. And so he's never seen where my Mother's been buried. He had never seen our headstone. I was going to do that today, excuse me. But it's supposed to be bad weather. It was supposed to be bad weather. And they say we're supposed to have bad weather tonight and tomorrow. I don't know. All I can see is whatever I hear on my roof, or I'll go outside and I see something raining or something. That's how I know stuff is going. And I was going to do my hair last night and I didn't get it done. I have one box of red left, and I found 3 boxes of brown in my bathroom cabinet, and it's like, well, I guess I'll finish up doing a redhead, and then we'll go back to being brown until I finish that up, and then we'll go and find a new color. No telling what color it might be then, but this here, this is my natural color right here. That is strawberry blonde. That is my natural color. So, all right, make sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, click the bell notification. Make sure it's all black, and I will see y'all next video. Bye-bye.